Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So it's time to tell you how hyped I am over the LG Stylus 2 Plus. Now I picked this phone up at launch, or I think I got it at launch, I don't remember. I get so many phones. I picked this phone up though, and as soon as I got it out of the box, there were some discrepancies with my first unit. And I found out that the phone is not 1080p, and since then I've had it out with T-Mobile, not in a bad way. I just kind of told them, hey, you need to update your website because this phone is not, in fact, 1080p. It's actually 720p. So they kind of had some of the international specs of the Stylus 2 Plus on their website, and they've since fixed that since this recording right here. Well, since I got the first one. So the phone itself is a 720p 5.7-inch display. It's got a stylus on here that is, it doesn't rival the S Pen, but it is S Pen functionality. Let's just be honest here. Do I need a 1080p display? No, I don't. I would have liked a 1080p display, to be honest, though. That way I would feel like I'm getting some kind of upgrade with my new Stylo compared to the first Stylo that I bought. And that phone was it's just still phenomenal. You can actually find it now for 130 bucks. But if you want the latest and greatest, this is it. And I'm going to tell you that the functionality of the stylus, because this is the Stylo. Let me take this case off. It is functional. It's finally functional. Some differences there, as you can see. I hit the fingerprint reader. This phone now has a fingerprint reader, and for the price point, you can actually find this for $199 at Walmart. Go get it. So if you don't want to pay the $240 at T-Mobile, $199 at Walmart, they have it. And you can also find it for $149 in Metro, and all these different places have it for less than $240. But this is actually basically a T-Mobile version that's $199, and you can find it at Walmart under the Family Mobile one. But this is actually a pretty good phone. I'm still really hyped about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get into reality of it. So the screen, beautiful. Yes, it is. I haven't had any problems with the screen, even though I found out that it was actually 720p. It's still really, really good. I put a nice little wallpaper on there. I think that's pretty sweet looking wallpaper. It's not a big phone. The screen is 720p, but it's not a big phone. It's pretty lightweight actually, and I can't believe how beautiful the screen actually is. And the build quality on here is just completely different than some other phones on the market. You got like this gold or bronze looking trim, and it looks like it's metal, but it's not. The back looks textured. But it's not really texture, but it's got like these dimples all over it if you rub your hand softly on it. So it's got some kind of feel to it. Super thin device. I tell you, it's just really, really nice. I've really been enjoying it. Battery life on here is really good. Now again, this doesn't have like a super ultra power saving mode, but still the battery life is good. It's a 3,000 milliamp hour battery in here, pushing a 720p IPS display. So you can't go wrong with that. It's actually really, really nice. I want to talk about something that I did not like, and this is something that you'll probably agree on. Now, it's another one of these things where the speaker's on the back. You see that? Speaker's on the back. Okay, so that's fine. However, this speaker is so muffled. It doesn't sound distorted, but it's just a very weak speaker. So I guess they decided we're going to cut corners on the speaker and give you a fingerprint reader. And you know, I've got Bluetooth. I can plug in. I just prefer not to. However, you know, the speaker it's not good. Let me let you listen. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So we got the Stylo 2 Plus on deck here. And it's still here. And I've got some great videos coming up on this bad boy. I gotta get a tempered glass for this thing. For now, here's my case. case comes from. All right, so what did you think about that? It was pretty bad, right? Yeah, the speaker's not good, to say the least. It sounds just bad. But with that, they cut corners there, but we do have a fingerprint reader, as I said before, and this fingerprint reader is fast. I mean, there's a button there, but you don't have to actually push the button. Like, you don't see me pushing the button here. I'll turn the screen off. I just kind of rest my finger on there, and it comes on. Nothing, no pushing of the button. The button does obviously push because you can push it to lock it, but just a slight touch on there unlocks the phone, and I think that's a huge advantage over some other fingerprint readers. The fact that you're getting a fingerprint reader, that's just good in itself. So that's a huge plus. Now, I talked about the design a little bit. Now, this phone isn't built that much more different than the first one. It just looks a lot better. The color that they chose to use, I don't know, just this bronze type deal really looks good. So one thing I'll move on to is the cameras. Now, the cameras on this phone, this is the front camera on the LG Stylo 2 Plus. Yay! This is the rear camera on the LG Stylo Plus. Woohoo! I'll snap one and then I'll put it up for you so you can actually check it out, because it does shoot in full HD. Mind you, it shoots in full HD. It does have some of the functionalities of the other LG phones. It's pretty good, man. So let's take a picture here and then I'll pop this. Oh, I need to take a picture of something else. So, yeah, I'll put it over here. Let's take a picture of this. Am I on view? Yeah, good. Take a picture of this right here. Let's see here. Turn my controls on. I turned the controls off for some reason. So let's take a picture of this K10. Now that picture is going to come up right now. And then let's take a picture with the front camera. And that picture will come up as well. The cameras, I'll just have to put those up so you can see it in this video, but the cameras are really decent. I mean, you don't need laser focus and all that. You don't need all that, and it's just, those are fall in line with the gimmicky side of people selling phones to you. But nonetheless, the cameras are impressive for the price, and I will match this phone up against. Let's see, what do I have laying around besides K10? I'll match it up against this. I'll probably just match them all. I don't know. I won't just be selective and just choose some of the ones I like. But yeah, this phone it's been doing very well, man. I don't know. I just think it's very disappointing with the speakers, but I can't ride that and I can't beat that horse up because this phone is actually really, really solid, man. And there's so many different options that you have for picking. You can choose all the different carriers. You can choose, you know, it's on every carrier, I think. I think the Plus is on Metro and Boost, is it? I'm not sure. I know it's on Metro. But Boost has a Stylus 2, but it's probably not the Stylus 2 Plus. But since this is 720p, it doesn't really matter. I don't think you're getting that much different. It does have NFC, and I think my first unit of this didn't, I don't know, I went back and looked at my video, the unboxing, and it did show the NFC symbol up there, but for some reason I thought it didn't have it. But nonetheless, this has been good. I'm still hyped about it. The screen is really, really beautiful. It does have auto bright, you know, it has Bluetooth, all the bells and whistles that a person could possibly want. It's got the flashlight option. I think I keep the little torch up here. It's really good. I mean, I don't see a reason why I would not recommend this phone to people. One important thing that it does have is reader mode. Reader mode is something that I think you definitely, if you're a person who reads in the middle of the night, I think you'll probably enjoy reader mode. But other than that, it's got the 5 gigahertz band. You know, a lot of these lower end phones are coming with the 5 gigahertz band, and I think that is dual band Wi-Fi is important at this point in the game, because not having the 5 gigahertz band in my house is just, I hate it, because I'm the only one that's on the 5 gigahertz band, so pretty much I'm getting the fastest speeds at all times. So I do a lot of uploads, I do a lot of downloads, and I just stream a lot. Now everybody else is on the 2.4 gigahertz, and that pretty much reaches throughout the entire house. But the 5 gigahertz band, we all know that if you don't have a routing extender or anything like that, extended router, to be able to push your signal out farther, you're not going to get the longest range on your 5 gigahertz. And I have a big place, but I have my router in the center of the house, if you will, so I can pick up 5 gigahertz from everywhere. I can get it in my garage. It's really good. But am I still hyped about this phone? I'm gonna say yeah, I'm pretty hyped. Am I disappointed about the speaker? Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. But the cameras and everything else, they make up for that. The fingerprint reader makes up for that. The screen makes up for that. How thin this phone is makes up for that. The price point, it all balances out. And companies understand they cut corners when they're doing building a device. But a phone like this, I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm hyped about the LG Stylus 2 Plus. It's your man Jay Will. Take care.